Hey, I'm Kate, and welcome back, or welcome to another edition from News from the Nest. Today we got some great segments for you.
We always do. Starting off, we have how sports are bringing the school together, student athletes, the importance of art in school, and the MK Lunch Crew. Let's take a closer look. The basic foundation of having a good community in school is to have fun together. One of the many things bringing our school together is sporting events. Let's cheer on Bl8 advocating on the many sports here and how they help strengthen the school as a whole.
Knolls has been celebrating the success of our sports teams since 1964. But what makes these events so enjoyable? That would be the wave of students and players creating a strong sense of community at each game.
Participating in school sports fosters growth, growth leads to inspiration, and inspiration paves the path to curiosity, passion, and purpose. This means students are engaged in a different way than day-to-day curriculum, allowing them to feel safe, confident, and supported, while demonstrating their skills in a more rewarding manner. According to a University of Kansas study, the performance of students in grades 9 to 12 showed that more than 97% of student athletes graduated in high school, 10% higher than those students who never participated in sports. As well as being fun, school sports also help students stay healthy and happy through the release of endorphins, making people feel good and open to new opportunities. Students implement teamwork constantly, learning how to cooperate with those they do or don't get along with. A big advantage to school sports is the positive role models that stem from the coaching staff involved. Especially here at MK, student athletes tend to build strong bonds with their coaches and vice versa through continuous communication. Another grand aspect of the sports community here at Knolls is the very enthusiastic fan base. Those fans, made up of both students and staff, fuel our sports teams and do so with fun themes like the beloved Gold Rush. Our school loves to show up for our sports teams, and what better way than with pep rallies. Not only are they something to look forward to at the end of the day, but pep rallies also reduce the stress of school with friendly competitions that promote engagement with others. It's a nice chance for students to show school spirit while giving a brief description of information about events to come.
Altogether, both sports teams and their appearances at the pep rally make school even more memorable, uniting the players and their fellow peers. This has been Bl8 reporting for News from the Nest.
Thanks, Bella. I'm always looking forward to cheering on my friends in their games. It must take some hard work for these student athletes to manage their schedule.
That's right. Student athletes often have a hard time balancing sports and school. You can learn a lot from sports, but that doesn't mean you can just blow off school. Here to kickstart your knowledge are Brianna Colley and Cindy Kassar.
Communication skills, time management skills, and responsibility is all the things you learn from being a student athlete.
Some people might think that student athletes don't learn as much because they have no time to do their homework, but they are learning valuable lessons too. Some things they are learning is to be successful and team players, which will help them in the future. When kids do sports, it's very beneficial to their overall well-being. When they enjoy something and are passionate about it, it makes them happy. Being a student athlete is very stressful because you have to balance a lot of things. There are many things that you can do to prevent getting stressed. Doing things ahead of time, like your homework or not waiting until last minute, will help you not get stressed. It will be very overwhelming if you wait till the night before it's due and try to get it done when you get home from your sport.
Another good thing you could do is write a schedule. It is a good way to keep things organized so you know what you have to do. To get through all the school work and enjoy your sport, you should utilize tutors or even study groups. They will help with the work so there's not that much stress to get it all done. You want to give your mind and body time to relax so you don't end up burning out. If you are burned out, you are not going to be motivated to do any of your schoolwork, which will lead to many other things that might get you stressed out. You should always find someone to lean on so you can tell them things.
This has been Brianna and Sydney reporting for News from the Nest.
Thanks, Brianna and Cindy. Those are really helpful tips. Balancing life and school is hard. Then adding an extracurricular activity like sports and theater and clubs. And woo, that's a lot. Managing all of that is tough, but it's like an art form.
There are so many different forms of art: drawing, painting, music, theater, cooking, TV. But that's to say, almost anyone and everyone can find something they can enjoy. Here's Bl8 once more speaking about it.
Apart from being a required class for graduation, art plays a bigger role in our lives whether we realize it or not.
The students here at MK are immersed in a very colorful world. In fact, we're so lucky to have a strong art program given the subject implements several developmental aspects within the school's curriculum. Problem-solving skills, motor skills, decision-making skills, and even general social skills are all reinforced in art classes. Especially in theater and music, a level of higher social and emotional skills can be developed since ideas are bounced from person to person. Students can exercise different parts of their brains that might not normally be targeted in a regular class. Art class and art in general boosts critical thinking and challenges students to take the time to be careful and focused.
Being an art teacher, especially in today's world where I feel like creativity is valued a lot, I think the best part about being an art teacher is that I get to see creativity every day. I get to see all the students doing something new and I get to critique it, and it's kind of exciting when you're seeing people just kind of create for the first time and finding out that, oh, I understand how to do this and I'm creative and I know how to do this. Yeah, and I think that's the best part.
Likewise, art helps relieve stress and has a tendency to be very therapeutic. It even teaches students to handle constructive criticism, pushing them to get out of their comfort zones and test their limits. Speaking of limits, with art there really aren't any. There's so many different genres of art that quite literally anyone can participate in and create something they can be proud of. Particularly after the pandemic, it was crucial for interpersonal connections, which have been known to be fostered through the arts. For the most part, schools should look to bolster their programs and find ways to support them in hopes of helping kids make meaning of their identities and learn to truly express themselves.
All of this to say that without art, it'd be pretty difficult to invest in personal growth and connect with others. It's what links people to each other and their experiences. Restricting this would lead to a pretty dismal school system that doesn't allow kids to flourish in a new and creative way. This has been Bl8 reporting for News from the Nest.
Thanks as always. Art is a really beautiful thing we take for granted. So once in a while, paint, sing, or even bake. It will relax you from all the stress. Now I'm in the mood for a churro.
Yeah, how much do we love those churros? Lunch at MK is one of the best parts of my day, and we need to appreciate the people who make and serve our food. Here with some food for thought is Caitlin Grimaldi.
There's so many different valued staff that make the school run smoothly.
Teachers, aides, counselors, nurses, janitors, police, and lunch aides are some of the many people who bring the school together. The lunch aides and chefs in the kitchen have been serving us food for decades. Even through COVID, these dedicated people have been here for a year and a half, cooking and freezing meals in school so the students could pick it up for free. Even on a normal day, the staff in the kitchen have to be here by the right time of 6 a.m. to be able to serve breakfast by 7. It takes them another 3.5 hours to make the main courses. Then they serve lunch by 10:33 to 12:55, clean up, and finally go home by 2. In total, the chef and line crew in the kitchen make around 650 meals per day, including 350 hot tray meals and the rest consisting of pizza and sandwiches. Although this may seem like a small number, times that by 5 days a week, 4 weeks in a month, 8 months in a school year, then minus a few thousand consisting of the days off. That is only in this school. Imagine what it is across the state and the country. You gotta admit, Morris Knolls has a pretty wide mix of food choices, including sushi, burritos, pasta, pizza, sandwiches, gluten-free things, vegetarian things, and so much more. Chefs make the food, making sure there's enough for both the freshman and senior caf. Cafeteria staff serve food to the students to check it out. We are lucky we have a committed team.
Make sure to show your appreciation once in a while. This has been Caitlin Grimaldi reporting for News from the Nest.
Wow, I never knew all that about the cafeteria staff. Thanks, Caitlin. Hopefully more people will start appreciating all their hard work and their delicious food.
Well, MK, that's our show, and we hope you enjoyed it. If you have an idea for news package or think there's something that we should cover, contact us at nftn@mhrd.org.
If you'd like to see more, subscribe to our YouTube page by following the link at the bottom of this Morris Knolls webpage.
Click the News from the Nest logo and then the bell to be informed of new uploads. This has been the best from the Nest.